going to get 7x plus 49. I'm distributing as I'm across multiplying. Is that okay to do two steps at once? It's not like blocking and chewing up. Sometimes I'm okay at it, sometimes I fall over. Thank you for listening, collector. I'll be rolling. Stick your waitress. Try the feel at your subtract the 7x, add the 6, excuse me, and then we get 11x. X is L50. Okay. Now, if you write it out that way, great. Don't forget, from time to time, it might not just ask you to solve for x, it might actually ask you to solve for a segment. So you have to go back and make sure you substitute the correct spot, blah, 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 blah. Anything else on that front page that you'd like to double check before you look for the next one? Very well. The next two kind of follow the same path. Now, is there anything in particular between 7 or 8 that you have issues with? Now be careful on 7 and 8. Notice they ask you to solve for an actual segment, not just for x. So if you just solve for x, you didn't read the question completely. Okay? We did 9 yesterday in class. And then you start getting into the ones where you have to determine whether or not they are similar, and if so, how. And this is the ones you got to pay close attention to. In this case here, if we're going to try to determine whether or not these guys are similar, you only have 3 possible ways to show they're similar. Side, angle, side, 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 or angle, angle. This is an example that has 2 sides and what? The angle, right. It's got that vertical angle, which means this is forcing us to use which of the 3? Side, angle, side. Very good, very good. So we're going to check this via side, angle, side. We know we have verticals. That's cool. Now, if I go from left to right, I have to figure out and make a decision on how I want to match up and pair up my sides. Well, it's nice that they give me 28 and 15. One's larger than the other. So if I say it's 28, well, actually, do give me that. There starts a PKM, so PKM. So the other one would have to go LUM. So as you go through this one, since the 28 is the larger on the one side, what would have to correspond to the other side? The 39 too, very good. Then you're going to check and see if then that also equals 15 over 21. Now when you're using your calculator, oh, by the way, we have plenty of calculators if you don't have one, make sure. Right? If you haven't bought one yet, make sure you get one very, 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 very soon. Okay. Now, when you have the fraction bar and you've got the decimal, no big deal. 28, fraction bar, 39.2. Then I have to hit my double arrow button. You guys all remember what the double arrow button does on this one, right? Takes crappy decimal, makes crappy decimal, nice fraction. You go from there. So you get 5/7 from the one. And the other one you can probably simplify on your own, and you would notice you still get 5/3. And you get 5/7. So, yay, we're similar. You do this just right. What does that look like? Shut up. Kind of ish. It's a lamp. A refrigerator? Seriously? I thought it kind of looked like Good Cop, Bad Cop from Lego Movie. Hi guys, I'm here. Yes, he draws his face back on. This is why I don't play Pictionary. I mean, come on, it's kind of close, right? All right, anyway. When I go to 11, 11's a little bit different. Now, in number 11, you're still doing the same thing, but you don't have any side links in this case. So what style of similarity is it trying to force you to check? It's trying to force you to check angle, angle. Now, if you look at it, you have the two triangles. You have the small triangle, ACE, then you have the larger triangle, ACB, and they both share that 47-degree angle at the bottom. So now we already have one set of congruent angles. What we need to do is figure out this angle and that angle. Well, how many degrees are in a triangle? 180. So if I take 180 and I subtract 38 and I subtract 47, I believe you get 95. So this angle here becomes 95. Well, that doesn't match here. But let's check it real quick and see what I get for up here. If I do it that way, 47, 98, subtract it out, I think you get 35. Is that right? So are these two triangles then going to be similar? No. So this is a no. The ghost. That's so many words. Whatever. The difference between that one and flip over to 15, when you flip over to 15, you're still kind of have the same style of a diagram. You have the same style of a diagram here. What method is this one trying to get you to, again, yeah, good. It's trying to get you to look at it side angle side, where you've got that shared angle at angle N. Okay? So what I would do is kind of how we've been doing it the same way. We know that we have a small triangle and a large triangle, so why not check the correspondence between the small here and here. So I have 32, and I have, oh, I got to figure out what this is. How do I do that? Subtract 9 from the 45 you get. Whatever, very good. That whatever happens to be 36, but you know, whatever. Whatever works. I mean, if you can math whatever, I get you. And then you do the same correspondence of the direction that you went from at that time. I went J and K, so now I'm going to go, how much is that? 40? 80, 40? And then you'll see how those two simplify. They might have simplified to be the same thing. And you know that those two be similar. Remember, like we had talked about, one of the things that we saw that I, excuse me, that we had that I was trying to remind you guys of, if I can remember what I was trying to say, is that you've got to be careful with your letters. Watch how your letters go. Make sure your letters match in the same directions as you're going through this. That is a huge, huge, huge thing. Then the last four were the style that were pretty straightforward. Those were all the ones that created the straight fraction bar. The only one you might have had to do a little bit of work on was on 16. You had to take 20 and subtract 21 to get 7 for that other second parameter. We good on that?
Yes.
One of the style problems that we did not really spend a ton of time on, or it's just hard to find more questions like that, is when we're dealing with ratios. When we're dealing with ratios, if I give you ratios, if you're given ratios of really anything, remember how we did that with ratios of angles? If we did the ratios of the angles in a triangle, what did those three ratios, no matter what did those three angles have to add up to equal? 180. Good. So if I had one where it was 3 to 8 to 1, yeah, exactly. You'd have to say those three angles are in a ratio of a triangle, or those three angles of a triangle are in the ratio of 3 to 8 to 1. Find each angle. We know that we would do 3x, 8x, and 1x. And we knew that triangles, the angles always have a 180. Well, what's 3, 8, and 1? 9 times out of 10, it's going to ask you not just to find the value of x, it's going to ask you to find each value of the angles. You just have to do some substitution. Or the sides, yeah. We have 45, 90, I believe, and 15. Remember, it's not terribly difficult. No, it's not. That's more than that. I was going to say, wait, that's not right. I just done that, so it'd be, yeah, 120. I'm sorry. Apparently, I can't math in my head. What was the difference then if you had to if you were working with side links? They give you ratios of side links. They give you perimeter. Could you do a ratio of cars, different types of cars? You do ratio of colors. If you know how many there are, ratio of blue shirts to red shirts to yellow shirts are blah, blah, blah. And there's 75 shirts. Could you figure out how many of each there are? Things like that. It doesn't matter what the ratios are being set up to. Just remember that they're going to give you some total. The ratios become 3 times something, 8 times something, 1 times something, 12 times something, whatever it might be to set up and go to look at those. Just wanted a reminder, because it's really hard to find more of those types of questions, because there aren't that many of them. The other thing then that gets going was, I haven't decided yet. Why not? Because why? You took algebra, right? Square and stuff.
No. Everything else is surprising. You already know how. Yeah.
It's too late to make a decision. I got plenty of time. You're right. You're right. I already have all this stuff planned out. Who's this? Who? Well, what if I? What's quadratic? Yeah. I watched you Those would be helpful generally. Not only a review packet, it is a super review packet. I ran out of What's up, Mr. I don't know. It's like it's you. So, what I did here was actually with Mrs. Thrower, I went through and just yeah, I know. I kind of went through and just picked a bunch of the algebra problems. That's kind of like the back half here, and then I picked a bunch of the quick setups. I did, but and like you were just saying a minute ago, this really isn't the most difficult chapter. By far and away, this is probably no. And what I'm getting at is, in the grand scheme of all the stuff that we do in the school year, this is probably the easiest stuff that we do. After this chapter, we get to right triangle tree. And right triangle tree, things can get kind of nutty. And we just there's a lot of little rules you have to be careful. Now, what I will do. What I will do, I haven't had a chance to do this yet because I hate, to forget to do this. I will post on the calendar, so I think this is already on the calendar. I will also put on the calendar the answer guide. So as you're going through these things, I know that by now there should be a point where you guys, it's been 4 sections. We've done a ton of junk on this. You guys should be able to self-student a little bit of this. And what I mean by that, so what I'm getting at is I will post the answer guide to this so that way you guys have a chance to go through it. Now, a couple of things that people had asked about earlier. If you look at number 1, and you need to tell whether or not some things are similar. In order to tell whether or not things are similar, we have to have all of the angles being congruent and the sides being proportional. In 1, it's pretty easy. You have all right angles or rectangles. Then you have to check the side lengths and see if they have the same common ratio. So it's up to you to decide on which side goes where. Now, what I would do, I had the small rectangle. I want 10 and 14 for my numerators. Well, 10 is the shorter of the 2 sides of the one rectangle. What's the shorter of the 2 sides from the other? 15, and then the other one is 30. Do these simplify to being equal? No. So this is the no. Wait for that. Jasper is not the ghost you're thinking of. Sorry. So there's Casper, the friendliest ghost, the friendliest ghost you know. There it was. What? Yes, Fleckner. There's a ghost called Casper.
You get the joke? He doesn't remember anything.
What? I wouldn't say that I missed it. You look at 2. In 2, you've got, as you start looking through it, you've got your angle measurements ticked out. Okay? So as I'm going through, if I go from 1 to 2, I've got 12. 2 to 2, 20. 2 to 1, 12. 1 to 1, 28. See, I just went around that figure like that. If I do the same thing with the other one, it would have to go 15, 25, 15, 35. So in that case, in order to tell whether or not those guys are similar, you have to check all OR ratios. So divide those out, simplify them out, you get 4/5 of them the whole way through. So yes. Oh. I can't even make this up. So now, that's the thing. When I'm trying to give you guys this much stuff of like practice things, you know what kind of style you need to practice. You know that if you're one that has problems loving stuff, I would practice those. So, yeah, there's 31. I try to give you guys more problems to practice than you have to do. No. No, I think the test is maybe 12 questions, if that.
Okay. How many questions? Right now I have all my other questions.
So, ladies and gentlemen, use this time now. Go through these things. Start going through it. I'm going to try and post that answer key so you can double check your stuff. But I have to find the answer. I might not have printed it. Sweet, there it is. Here, I'll leave them up on the board right now if you guys want to just take a picture of it. Otherwise, I'll have it posted on the Confuser net here in a minute.